day. The air was heavy, the sea restless, but no warning came. No sirens, no alerts, only the uneasy stillness that nature gives before it tears a world apart. By midday, the sky darkened into a bruised, violent gray. Winds began to twist through the streets, rattling shutters and lifting dust from the old wooden roads. People looked upward, confused, unaware that a monstrous hurricane, one of the deadliest in Caribbean history, was already bearing down upon them. Then, without mercy, the storm struck. A roar like 1,000 trains exploded across the coastline. Winds screamed through the city at unimaginable force, ripping zinc roofs into the air like paper, snapping century-old trees, and hurling debris through homes, schools, and churches. The sea rose next, an angry, towering surge that swallowed the shoreline. Water rushed into the city's narrow streets, smashing through doors and windows, sweeping away everything in its path. Families clung to rafters. Mothers held children above the rising flood. Entire houses lifted from their foundations and drifted like broken ships. In the chaos, the celebration of the Battle of St. George's Caye, normally a day of pride, turned into a nightmare. Hundreds of school children, dressed for the parade, were caught in the open as the storm unleashed its full fury. Many never made it home. The city's wooden architecture, beautiful but fragile, could not withstand the assault. Block after block collapsed. Streets vanished beneath churning water and shattered timber. The wind carried the cries of the injured, the terrified, and the dying, but the storm drowned nearly every sound beneath its violent howl. For hours, Belize City was trapped inside a living hell. Families were torn apart. Boats were hurled onto rooftops. Entire neighborhoods disappeared beneath the surge. The storm showed no mercy, only destruction, only death. When the winds finally eased and the waters began to fall, survivors stepped out into a world unrecognizable. Silence hung over the city, heavy, suffocating, unreal. Where homes once stood, there were only splinters. Where streets once bustled with life, there were only pools of mud, broken beams, and the bodies of loved ones. More than 2,500 souls were gone. Mothers, fathers, children, entire families erased in a single afternoon. 80% of Belize City lay in ruins. The old capital, once vibrant, proud, and full of promise, was reduced to a wasteland of debris and grief. 340 to 405. Yet in the midst of unimaginable loss, survivors rose. Neighbors dug through rubble with bare hands. Men carried the wounded on makeshift stretchers. Women searched for missing children. The people of Belize, broken but unbowed, began the painful work of rebuilding from nothing. This hurricane was more than a storm. It was a wound carved into the memory of a nation, a tragedy that reshaped Belize forever. And though nearly a century has passed, the echoes of that day, the wind, the water, the cries, still live in our history, in our families, and in the stories we carry forward. This is the story of the 1931 hurricane. This is the day Belize City fell, and the day Belize's spirit refused to die.